Hello, my friends. This is Coach Marco Robert, and thank you so much for checking my channel today. Hey, guys, today I want to talk to you about something that is very, very common, and it's how to avoid the dreadful, public speaking anxiety. If so many people actually are afraid to speak in public, it's actually a very, very, very common fear. In fact, there's actually studies that suppose that people would rather die than speak in public. And then, because I've been speaking in public for so many years, I'm going to tell you it's actually pretty simple. I'll tell you exactly how I overcame the dreadful public speaking anxiety. All right, guys, so if you're watching this, maybe you're thinking about developing your own career and becoming a public speaker, and you're like, hey, you know what? I'd love to be able to promote myself or promote my business by speaking in public, but I dread the stage. So I'll tell you guys, this is very simple, okay? This is how it works. Most of the time, the reason why people are afraid to go on stage is because they think about themselves too much. Right? I don't know if you remember when we talked about the idea of, creating value. It doesn't matter what business you're in. At some point, you're going to have to innovate and create value. If you remember what I talked about, I said, value is not about you. Value is about the audience. It's about your target market. It's about the niche that you're going after. I don't care what you want. If you want to be valuable, you need to think about them. You need to stop thinking about yourself for a second and kind of allow your energy to transmute or, to go inside of an audience, to go inside of somebody else and say, what do this person or this group of people, what do they actually need or want? What's the solution that I can deliver to them, right? And then when you do that, you can actually create value. Well, the process of public speaking is very similar. If you walk on stage and you're thinking, oh my God, I hope my hair is okay. I hope I don't have any crease in my shirt. I hope that my jacket, there's no stain, and oh my God, I hope that my posture is perfect. If you think about yourself, it's going to be almost impossible. You're going to be nervous and you're going to freak out. When you see people freaking out, when you see people actually getting paralyzed on stage just because they're thinking about themselves too much. The trick is simply to let go of that energy that is inside of you and actually allow your energy to go into the people. Where from the moment you walk on stage, you're thinking, I'm here to serve. I'm actually here to serve these people. I have a message of value that I want to deliver, and that's what I'm here for, right? So I'll tell you one of my secrets. Usually before I'm set to go on stage, sometimes as much as half an hour before, especially if it's a big stage, thousands of people, I'm actually backstage and I'm peeking through the curtains. And I'm looking at people, like literally spotting human beings, individuals in the crowd. And I'm going to look at this one man sitting in the front row, and I'm thinking to myself, just like me, this man, he wants value from the people, from the speakers. And then I look at a woman and I'll say, just like me, this woman, she wants to be entertained. Just like me, this man wants to be educated. And I'll keep on playing this game. Just like me, just like me. And basically what I'm doing is I'm sharing my energy with the people in the audience. Now they're not aware of that, but I am, right? And we're melding our energies together. And then from the moment I walk on stage, I'm not there for me. I'm there for him and her. I'm there to deliver the education, to deliver the value, to entertain. Not for me, for them. And then I just follow my script. Obviously, before I go on stage, I know what I'm going to be talking about. I'm practiced. Sometimes I've put 20 hours of practice in creating the speech before I actually to speak for 30 minutes on stage. Sometimes I'll put 20 hours in the preparation of that. So I'm well prepared. And my energy is not with me, but it's with them. That's the most important thing you need to know if you want to become a good speaker. In fact, guys, I have trained hundreds of people who wanted to become speakers, and this is one of the most important things that I actually teach them. Now, I don't have time to go into a full, speaking training here, but I want to give you at least a second very, very important key point. You see, the way you move affects the way you think and the way you feel. So when you walk on stage, I want you to bring the maximum of that persona. Okay? Let me explain to you what I mean. If you're a woman and you're walking on a stage, you want to bring like the feminine persona, not the mommy persona, right? Because if you're a woman, you're probably maybe your wife, maybe you're a mother, maybe you are a daughter, maybe you are you're a corporate person. So when you go on stage, bring that feminine, almost like sexy energy, right? So you're gonna stand differently. Think about this, right? Think about if you feel like you're, oh my God, I'm so sexy right now. You're gonna act and move differently than if you think I'm a mommy and I'm picking my kids from soccer practice. Now you could be both, right? As a woman, chances are you are both these people. But when you're on stage, bring that sexiness about your energy. Okay? If you're a man, I want you to bring more like a father figure, right? You're there you're caring. You're bringing this energy of protection, of caring. I'm here to support you. So you walk with that attitude. One of the best ways, whether you're a man or woman, to actually bring the maximum, like your best influencing energy, is simply to do this. See what I'm doing here? This is a normal person, right? Just sitting like here. So if you're standing like a normal person, you're standing like here. On stage, you want to be like this. It's not a big difference, guys, okay? It's a small difference, but people will feel it. You will feel it too. In other words, what I'm trying to tell you is this. The bigger the stage, the bigger you. The bigger the stage, the bigger you, okay? So if I'm walking on a big stage, I'm actually going to exaggerate. Maybe I'm going to stand like this. If I'm walking on a normal stage, I'm probably going to stand like this. If I'm in a room with you and we're having a conversation, I might stand like this. See the difference? Feel the different energies. Like this, and like this. This is a big stage. If I'm on a big stage, I need to own the stage. Now, not only is my posture going to change, but my movements are going to change. If I'm having a conversation with you, my movements are going to be restricted to maybe this kind of space right here. If I'm on a stage, there's 30 or 40 people, my movements might be a little bit bigger. If I'm on a huge stage, my movements are going to be like this. I'm going to say boom, boom. I'm going to make bigger movements because my presence needs to be felt, more in a big room. Does that make sense? And then lastly, there's one more piece of advice I need to give you. Do not walk around too much. People who walk around too much, they actually look and they project their nervousness. So ideally, you come to the stage, you plant your feet, you plant your feet with authority, with that energy, that sexiness if you're a woman, or that masculine, like fatherly figure if you're a man. And then you start your speech with confidence, right? And then you start talking. And then all you have to do is maybe you move a little bit to the right, and you continue talking. You come back to the center, you stay in the center. And maybe you move a little bit to the left, you continue talking, and then you come back to the center. And that is probably a 10 to 15 minute presentation. Now, if your presentation is 3 times longer, then maybe you do this 3 times. But that's about it. People who are pacing on stage, they look nervous and they convey nervousness. And it's very hard for you to convey confidence if you're pacing on stage. You want to demonstrate that you are serious and you know exactly what you're doing. See, at the end of the day, guys, public speaking is a fun art. It's actually one of the best ways to explode your businesses. It's the best way to communicate your message across. And I'm going to tell you something. It is totally addictive. Once you do it once you break that limiting barrier and you go on stage, I swear to you, because I've trained, again, hundreds of people, you get so addicted, you're not going to want to get off the stage. And then you're going to want to do it over and over again. It's one of the best experiences. Your brain is flooded with all these hormones that make you feel like ecstatic. Okay? So guys, That's what it is. That's the best way to actually overcome these dreadful public speaking anxieties. This is Coach Marco Robert. I hope you enjoyed this one. Now, please go ahead and hit the like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel. I love to stay in touch with you guys. I love to read your comments. And then make sure that you watch the next video. I think it's about to start playing right here. Take care. See you next time.
Guys, this is Coach Marco Robert. Remember, if you keep on doing what you've always done, you're going to keep on getting what you've always gotten. Click on the next videos and continue your education.